let's say we've got 50% and we want to work out 50% of £12. So if we want to work out 50% of £12, so we've got a quantity, we want to work out 50% of £12. So we do 50% divided by 100 to make it a decimal. So we're moving from percentages back to decimals. So that gives us 0.5. So we move from percentages to decimals. It's a tenth. So if we know our place values, we know that 0.5 place value is tenth. So it's 5 over 10. So 5 over 10, what do we do now? Well, let's work out 5 tenths of £12. So what we do simply, we just do 12 divided by 10, which is 1.2. So 12 divided by 10 and times it by 5. So we divide and then times. We divide then times. So we do 12 divided by 10 times 5. So just write that down. So that gives us £6. Now we know 50% of £12 is half of £12, which is £6, but I'm just going through the process so that you are able to do the more difficult questions as well. So if we've got 20%, and we're trying to work out the amount for, say, £20. So if we have 20% of £20, that's what we're working out. Again, we have percentages. We have a percentage, and we want to convert it into a decimal. So we divide by 100. So from percentage to decimal, we divide by 100 to get 0.2. Once we get 0.2, we know that the place value of that is a tenth. So we know we can write it as 2 over 10. So we can write that as 2 over 10. And then we do write 2 over 10 times 2 over 10 times 20. So 20 is from the question, the amount 20 is from the question. So we divide 20 by 10 to give us £2, and then we times it by 2 to give us £4. So first, it's like a cycle, isn't it? We take the amount, the £20, and we divide it by the denominator, and then times it by the numerator. So we take £20, and we divide it by the new denominator, times it by the numerator to give us £4. Okay, so 20 divided by 10 was so really what we're doing is we're first finding one part. So that finds one part, and then we find two parts, because 20 divided by 10 was just one part. Okay, so let's do another one there. 10% of £50. So 10% of £50. How could we work this out? How should we work this out? That's right, we convert the 10% into a decimal and a fraction. So now I've gone straight to a decimal to a fraction. We simplify it by knocking off the zeros, so it's 1 over 10. So 10 over 100 can be simplified. So if we take the zeros at the top and the bottom, so 1 over 10 times 50, 1 over 10 so that's 50 divided by 10. And times by 1. You don't need to do times by 1, but I'm just showing the process. So I just want to demonstrate the process. So it's £50, that's the value, that's the quantity, that's the amount. And we're working out a part, a piece, a percentage of £50. So it's 50 divided by 10 times 1, so that's £5. I knocked the zeros off just to make it a bit easier. Okay, next question. Let's try 5%. Okay, let's say if we've got 5% out of £50, so we want to work out 5% of £50. So that's 5 over 10, 100, so 5 over 100. And of means times, so we times it by 50. 50 is the quantity, and we do 50 divided by 100 and times it by 5. We can knock the zeros off, so we could just do 5 over 10 if we wanted to. So I'll just write the process down. So 50 divided by 100 times 5, and that's giving us 2.5. Okay, so let's do 30% of 50. 30% of 50. We simply write this as a fraction, because we know that it's out of 100, a percentage. So it's 50 divided by 100 and times it by 30. So it's 50 divided by 100 times by 30. So that gives us 0.5, and you times by 30 to give us 15. So half of 30 is 15. So 50 divided by 100 and times by 30, it gave us £15. So 30% of that was £15.